Well, let's give the grains a go, and let's talk about corn. I usually talk about beans, but I think corn is going to be really kind of interesting going forward. Obviously, we all know what's happening with oil, and what's happening with oil sometimes kind of spills over and happens to corn because corn's got an ethanol component. It takes up 1/3 of our balance sheet of corn, so that's going to be something that's pretty serious. And now, a while back, a few weeks ago, right when this whole coronavirus crisis was kind of taking shape, we had a Russia slash Saudi Arabia war with oil. They're going to flood the market and see what they could do to each other. Well, that's obviously going to affect our oil, and I think it really shook some people to see our oil price, tank from say 35 to 20 in a relatively short period of time. That then spills over into corn because of that ethanol component, and so energy slash ethanol, corn kind of becomes a proxy for the energy market, and it had been getting hit. But until today, we've got crude oil up close to 20%, and we've seen a nice rally back in corn. A little bit of a relief rally, I'm sure, but we just don't want to seasonally get too short down at these levels. Again, this is the Saudi Arabia versus Russia. That's going to be the issue going forward. With corn being an energy component, that energy fight, it's going to affect things. You kind of have to keep that in mind because it's going to be something that's going to play with both your corn and also some of your stocks, it's just your regular equities, because that fight, when we see oil get that low, we briefly touch the teens, that's going to set some more relative alarm bells off out there, not just in your corn price, but everything else across the board. Another negative, but it hasn't really come through to fruition today, was we saw the basis dry up as well. So a basis drying up is more obviously fundamental, but nothing is going to get in the way of this corn move today. When you see oil rebound healthily up 20%, well, 20% is not that big of a deal when you're trading at 20 bucks a barrel, but it's $4 or $5 higher, and that's going to drag corn up with it. Corn's the biggest crop we've got here. We're going to see a lot of other things, rally in sympathy. So keep that in mind. In the short term, it's a proxy for the energy market, and you kind of have to keep an eye on crude oil if you want to be trading this corn market.